now the focus will be on you, Mouna and Ei. So here, I told you at the beginning that we have over 3,000 international students at the university, but here you can see two of them. So I would say, let's start with the interesting questions, like how you found the university, how you found out about the university that we are here, and what made you select us. Let's start with you, Mouna.
Okay, so first of all, hi everyone. This is Mouna Ammar from Tunisia. I'm second year student in ELTE University, mechanical engineering bachelor degree. So how did I hear about ELTE? First of all, I would like to clarify something. I'm a student who is really looking for opportunities. So choosing ELTE was really after a great search about ELTE. So you guys don't miss the chance. I'm a Stipendium Hungary scholarship holder. So first of all, I applied for ELTE from the scholarship website. I have a variety of universities, but ELTE stood a me. So I heard about ELTE from the scholarship website. ELTE was my choice for several reasons. First of all, it has a high academic rank between among a lot of Hungarian universities and European universities, because it's the most prestigious university in Hungary and in Europe for me, actually, because I didn't get only this scholarship, but I got other scholarships in other universities, but I chose ELTE. Second of all, being student of ELTE means being enrolled in a really strong and rigorous scientific and academical studies and background. A really group of talented professors will conduct your studies, and and this especially for engineering students, because you will need your internship during your studies. So being a student of ELTE will allow you with really strong and constructive networks of companies and industries where you will find your scholarship, because they are cooperating with the university. Something else, it's really interesting for me as students. I'm really inspired by the success stories of people, and I found out that ELTE, or students graduating from ELTE, got Nobel Prizes, as was shown in the presentation, and the latest one was 1994. It's not a big time, in physics, in medicine, etc. So this was really interesting for me. I couldn't find it in other universities. What else? Yeah, as we saw that ELTE has Excellence Award, has International Cooperation Award as well, and studying in multicultural background or environment is really important for me. And here in ELTE, you can study with a huge number of international students, especially in Budapest, and this is what E will talk about more than me. In Szombathely, we don't really have that huge number of international students, because it's only one program. So here we are really living as a family, international people, and lately we have been published in the Hungarian news, because we celebrated some traditions about the Easter. So yeah, those are my main reasons for choosing ELTE.
Yeah, so I forgot to mention you that Mouna is a student of mechanical engineering. So this is the only degree program that actually runs in the city of Szombathely, so not in Budapest. So yeah, that's the reason that you really have a strong, small but strong international student community there at the university. Yeah. Yes. And E, you study here in Budapest. So what about you? How did you hear about the university? Why did you decide to come here to study?
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Eötvös. I'm third year doctoral candidate from Doctoral School of Education, Faculty of Education and Psychology at ELTE. And I'm studying teacher education and higher education studies program for the doctoral level, because I'm a university teacher at the methodology department in my country. So in 2018 January, the Department of Education from Ministry of Education in our country informed us with an official letter, informed that all university teachers under the Department of Higher Education can apply for the Stipendium Hungary scholarship. As soon as I heard that news, I was very happy because to study in European countries, especially in Hungary, because I had some information about it and saw beautiful photos of Hungary and Budapest on the website. So study in this beautiful country is one of my dreams, one of my biggest dreams in my life. So I was very happy when I heard the news. So I started to find the best university on the website. And at the time, I found ELTE because ELTE is the leading research university in Hungary, and it is the most precious university in Hungary. And there are also 5 Nobel laureates from this university. Oh, at the time I was feeling very impressed on this university. So when I checked the study programs and courses, and it was found that the study program about education and the courses under this PhD education really meets my expectations and criteria, because I'm very interested in trying to improve my professional development every time. So I believe that at the time when I see the courses and study program, I believe that this study in ELTE will improve my both academic and professional research life to a great extent. That's why I choose ELTE for first choice and second choice ELTE, and no choice for other universities, to be honest.
So when you decided that, okay, let's apply, then you submitted your application, and then you had an entrance exam, right?
Yes, an entrance exam, yeah.
You also had to look for a supervisor before you submitted your application, or how was it? It might be a bit different with doctoral students, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, while we were applying the scholarship, Atal already chose the suitable supervisor for us. So we were lucky that we don't need to look for the potential supervisor for us, but instead, in order to apply the correct form of research proposal and how can I say some research proposal. I don't want to submit the bad quality of research proposal. So I prepare a research proposal which is quite really meet with my research interest, and I sent. Before submitting the application, I sent the research proposal to the potential supervisors and professors in order to evaluate the quality of my proposal. So by doing so, I got a favorable and valuable guidance and suggestions to make improvements on my proposal.
Yeah, I think it's very important in scientific research to have these discussions.
Yes,
And
of course.
yeah. And so when you had the entrance exam, then more or less in June, it was in around June, right? When you received the letter of acceptance, probably.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I received in June.
So it's both of you had like July and August to prepare for coming here, right?
Yes,
So,
of course. Yeah.
so Mona, how was it with you? What did you need to arrange? I'm thinking about like visa application and all sorts of administrative things.
Yeah, so first of all, I didn't have an entrance exam like written, but I have an interview with the staff of the university, professors, and they were asking me like questions, why did you come, and about my background, scientific background, activities, etc. After 3 weeks of the interview, I got the acceptance letter. I started preparing with the visa staff because the stipendium is cooperating with the Minister of Education here in Tunisia. So I had all the papers already that I should prepare. I started preparing for my visa. I applied for it in the embassy, and I kept waiting for it. Meanwhile, a mentor, Hungarian mentor from my university, was contacting me. So I was really prepared mentally and everything before coming here, of how would I leave, who would pick me from the airport, etc. How will I reach the dormitory, because I'm living in the dormitory that we'll talk about later. Yeah, what's going on in university. So I got my visa and I came to Hungary. Yeah.
So you arrived at the international airport in Budapest.
Exactly.
And then from Budapest, you had to find your way somehow to the dormitory that was in the city of Szombathely.
Yeah.
So how did you manage?
Okay.
Did,
So, sorry.
were you traveling alone?
Yeah, I was traveling alone. Actually, I'm used to travel alone, so it wasn't a big deal. But before coming, as I said, my mentor from ELTE University said that which train I should take, because I should take train from Budapest to Szombathely. So because I didn't have student card, so I took a full fare train.
Yeah.
I came to the train station in Szombathely, and there my mentor was waiting for me. He took me to the dormitory, introduced me to my friends here in the dormitory and with whom I'm gonna study. Yeah, this is how it went.
Okay, and how was it with you, E? Did you arrive alone from Myanmar, or you were traveling with someone?
Yes, yes, I arrived alone.
And
Yeah, for visa process, unfortunately, we have no Hungarian embassy in our country, so we had to go to Thailand, which is the nearest country with us, and applying for the visa application. So at first we expected it will take 1 month to arrive to get our visa, but I think within 3 weeks we got the visa, and then we managed to study in Hungary. So I arrived alone in Hungary.
okay, and did you manage to attend the orientation week when you arrived in September, or did you miss it?
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, we missed it because the time we applying for the visa process is a bit late due to some official procedures in our country.
Yeah, I think that that's a big issue for many international students, that the visa procedure can take quite some time, and sometimes you
Yes.
cannot even
Yes.
say it in like yeah. So for some students it's shorter, for some students it takes longer time. So you really need to start preparing in time. Yeah.
Yes. So unfortunately, so I missed the orientation week.
Okay, but then you arrived here in Budapest, and then at the university, you met the colleagues at the international office, or who helped you then with the catching up? Because then I guess you also had to enroll and then start the courses, right?
Yes.
So did you have any help, or how did you solve it?
Yes, if we talk about this topic, I must say my very first Hungarian roommate friend, when I first met in the visa dormitory, and she helped me a lot how to take buses and how to go to the university. So by doing so, I can go. I know easily how to go to the faculty, but at the very first, it was not very easy for me to take a bus because we need to buy the tickets, and I don't know how to buy the tickets. So at the time, I rented a taxi to faculty, and I went to the international office to meet international coordinator and also administration office, and how I can use the Neptune, and then I enrolled and register my student status and fill the required documents. I think that's all. They helped me a lot. And then I started to learn how to use Neptune and make familiar of the usage of Neptune. I think it's very important for international students to have an international community in in the places where we study, because we have to share information and get information by doing so. I get to familiar with the Neptune system and how to register courses and how to attend the classes.
Yeah, but believe me that this Neptune system is also something totally new for Hungarian students. So
Yes,
when
yes, I know.
when they leave high school, then they start the university, they also need to learn this system. So just to briefly summarize, so within this Neptune system, students need to do the enrollment. They need to register at the beginning of each semester. That's where you take they take the courses, right? Where you sign up for the courses. What else do
Yes,
you do in Neptune? That's where the grades are registered, right?
yeah,
What else?
Timetable,
Yeah,
timetable, the finances as well, the scholarship. If you are self-funded student, where you pay everything.
yeah. So basically, this is the online system that
yes,
contains all information that is related to your studies when you are here
yes,
at the university.
yes,
And I also mentioned briefly that during the studies, students need to collect credit points, credits. Mona, how does it work in your case? Mm,
Yeah. So we have at least 18 number of credits that you should reach per semester. So for me, I didn't find any problem because I have a GPA of 5. Okay, so the credits system, how it's working, you have to pass. Okay, should I talk about the educational system itself because it's related to each other?
yeah,
Yeah, so we have a list of subjects. On each subject, you have 2 tests and 2 retests. So retest for each test. If you reach 50% for the 2 retests, you can go for the exam. So if you don't go for the exam, you don't pass the test, is problem because it will reduce from your credits. But you won't find problem because you always have the second test of the retest, which is something very good. We don't have it in Tunisia, for example. This is very innovative for me and very helpful for students. Yeah, after taking the exam, so 50% for the credits go for the exam, 50% for the test, and after that they collect all the credits and they show it in the Neptune system. Some of us, unfortunately, they didn't pass, so they went back to their country, but almost of us passed. We are really good. Yeah, and everything you can find in the Neptune system as well, about your credits, your passive or active semester, etc.
yeah. So when you start your studies, then also in the Neptune system, you will find a list of subjects, basically.
Mhm.
And there are courses offered for these subjects, and all these and the credit points, credits are assigned to each course. And for each degree program, yeah, it is defined like how many credits you need to collect during one semester and during your whole studies, right? And
Mhm.
is it the same in the doctoral program, that there do you need to collect credits as well?
yes, of course.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
is the same for each level, bachelor, master, and doctoral level as well.
yes, yes, exactly, yes.
Okay. And there are also within this list, there are also some courses that are obligatory, right? And there are
Yes,
also some that are like sort of like optional, right?
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you can decide which topic is more interesting for you and which not. Yeah. Um,
But yeah, for mechanical engineering students, everything you should learn everything. I mean, and even if you have optional subject, I think we have 1 or 2, but everyone is taking all the subjects because they're really important and with a strong scientific background. So we take
mhm,
all the subjects.
mhm. And what happens when you are finishing your studies at the bachelor level, in your case, for instance, Mona? You need to submit a research project, or
Yeah,
how
yeah,
do you
you have
finish?
it. Yeah, you have a thesis project actually that you start working on 2 semesters before graduation. So now the third year students are working on it. They still have 1 semester to graduate. And during your thesis project, also, you will work on an internship for 1 month in universities, because here in the Faculty of Informatics, Savary Institute of Technology in Saint-Pathé, we have a huge laboratory for machines, etc. So we get the chance to do 1 month scholarship, 1 month internship in our university in accordance with your thesis project. You will present it twice during the 6th semester, and the final presentation will be on the 7th semester, which is the final semester. And then you have the graduation ceremony. We lately attended the graduation ceremony of the Hungarians, because the first generation of international students didn't graduate well yet, but it will happen next semester. Yeah, next autumn semester.
Yeah, your program is quite a new program, I think.
Yeah, it's new program. Yeah.
You're right. And what about the doctoral programs? So there you have 4 + 4 semesters.
Yes.
What does it mean? What does it mean 4 + 4?
Yeah, so 4 + 4 mean the first 4 semester and the second 4 semester. In the first 4 semester, we learn every obligatory and elective courses to meet to fulfill the requirements to answer and sit for the complex exam at the end of the 4th semester. So you can only register and sit for the complex exam only if we fulfill the required research credits and teaching credits.
I see. And then if you pass this complex exam after the 4th semester, then
Yes.
what happens?
So they approve our research proposal, and we can start the data collection and the ongoing processes like data collection, data analysis, and interpreting data, and writing thesis and writing publications, and other processes.
So in the second 4 semesters, you don't have courses?
Yes, we don't need to take any courses.
Yeah, but you are focusing on your research project, and
Yes,
I guess you have consultation with your supervisor, right?
Yes, of course, yes.
During the studies,
Yes.
do you participate in scientific conferences or any sorts of scientific events? Because for a doctoral student, I suppose it is very important.
Yes, of course. I participate as both and a participant of presenting at a conference, and also as an organizer of one conference in last December in 2020. So first, let me explain my experience of organizing and the editing event. It was held by the Doctoral School of Education in 4 and 5 December last year, and the professors gave me the opportunity to participate as the organizer, because at the time I was the student representative of our study program editor. So there were 155 presenters and presentations in that conference, and it took 2 days for that event, and the doctoral school leaders, the doctoral students, and their supervisors share their insights about higher education research at the conference. And then I got an opportunity to edit a book regarding the conference.
Yeah, I think that's also important, and very useful to learn all
Yes.
these side, how to say it, tasks that a researcher or a scientist has,
Yes.
not only doing research and publishing, but also editing the books and organizing the conferences. Yes, so it's
Yes,
good.
exactly. So by doing so, I got the one record in Hungarian Scientific Academy about editing that book.
Nice.
Yes. So I was so happy, and this is my experience about organizing an event. So for participating an international conference in other countries, I have 2 experiences. The first one is at the Slovakia conference about national science and social science conference. the second one is International Academic Institute conference in Belgrade, Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, so that was before the pandemic, I guess, that you could participate, or was it online?
yes,
Or
yes, exactly. No, it was not online. It was before the COVID event. So after the COVID, we can only participate in online form.
yeah, and it's also true for the courses, right? That both of you now have everything runs online.
Yes, online. Yes.
Yeah, all the courses, but we should say that both of you are here in Hungary, so you
Yeah.
both stay here in Hungary. Yeah.
Yes.
Mona, I know that you are also very active there in Szombathely. Could you please share with us your stories with the student community
Yeah.
there, Yuri?
So as I am international student ambassador in ELTE, I am also a international peer mentor student here in the Faculty of Informatics of ELTE in Szombathely. So as a group of peer mentor team, we have organized a lot of events. So lately, during the Easter, we have done this tradition of sprinkling water, and it was shared even, as I said, by the Hungarian news. So it was really known. We have also organized the Indian event, which is Holi, which is the festival of colors. It has also been published, and it's a video. It was so funny, as well as we are writing articles. Like each member of the team is writing article about different topics, which help the students, for example, in their student life, or we even present here the life in Szombathely, how it's going, Christmas in Szombathely, etc. And I volunteered also here in Szombathely with the UEFA Championship final tournament. What else? Yeah, also with my mentor team, we organized an English club, which will collaborate between Hungarian students and international students, because Hungarian students in our faculty, they don't often speak Hungarian, so that's why we organize this English club. So it's like exchange of languages, and so we meet each other. If we want help from each other, we can also exchange that. We are organizing after the pandemic, because now the vaccination is increasing. So hopefully we are organizing some trips to nearly Hungarian cities, for example, Kostek, Sopron, Győr, etc. So this is on the program as well. And and we are lately welcoming new students here for computer science master in Szombathely. So we are taking care of them as well. And this is globally, our activities in Szombathely.
Sounds exciting. It's
Yeah.
like I don't think you have a 3 or minutes. I mean, you seem like really busy.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
And what about the event? Because you are also organizing something. I've seen it on Facebook and also on Instagram that you are organizing an event about ASEAN the countries,
Yes.
or could you please explain what that is?
Yes, now we, the doctoral students from Faculty of Education and Psychology, are planning to organize an event on 23rd of April, and you can see the event and registration link on Facebook easily, and it's about 10 ASEAN countries. What is ASEAN, and what are the culture of ASEAN?
Nice, and all the organizers are members of the or doctoral students from the Doctoral School of Education.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. And
Nice.
other doctoral students from other universities in Hungary and other universities
Okay.
from all over the world are participating to organize. So we have a big organizing team, and we have many tasks.
I can imagine. I'm very curious. I'm looking forward to it. I will join for sure.
Yes, of course. Actually, if there wouldn't be any restrictions, we first originally planned to hold that event as the offline form in
Mhm.
PPK. Offline form, we will make a performance of dancing and singing, and even the foods of cultural foods of the 10 ASEAN countries. But unfortunately, due to some restrictions of COVID situation, we planned as an online event.
Yeah. So now the university buildings are closed and really all the courses and everything is running online, unfortunately.
Yes, but I would say that even it will be the online form, it will be very interesting for all of you. All of you will see the cultural diversities of ASEAN countries.
I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And then talking about these free time activities, it also came to my mind that the university also offers quite a wide range of sports activities. Do you do any sports at the university, or what's your experience with that, Mona?
Yeah, actually, I didn't get the time for that, but the university here offers
You're busy.
some offers some gymnastic courses or dance courses, etc. And one of my classmates is enrolled in the handball team of the university, so he's playing there. And the guys here also are going to the gym for it's like kind of a guys sports, so that's why they're going to the gym in the university. So yeah, we have sport activities in university.
Yeah, and besides all the traditional sports activities, now again during the pandemic, online, even sports courses are offered online at the university. So students, international and Hungarian students, can join in for, I don't know, online aerobic, online yoga classes. So it's quite an experience. um, you also mentioned a little bit like that you've been traveling. Mona, you arrived in, when did you arrive? You
I
arrived
arrived September 2019.
19. Okay, so you
Yeah,
had some time to travel around.
I
Did you
had. Yeah. Sorry.
did you travel around in the country or
Yeah.
outside the country?
I traveled everywhere. Actually,
Okay.
I'm a traveler. I'm passionate about traveling. So during that one semester offline, and we could travel because the borders were opened. I went around Europe to Switzerland, France, Germany, and most especially Germany, and most especially Austria. Because it's really close here, and yeah, guys, because you are in Hungary, so it's just in the center of the Europe, and traveling around Europe is really cheap here from Hungary. And because Sompate is really close to the borders of Austria, so I have traveled several times to a lot of cities in Austria, and I traveled even by bike to Austrian cities here. And when the borders were closed, so we couldn't travel out of Hungary, I got the chance, and I'm so thankful for that. That to travel inside Hungary, I went to several cities, like Győr, Sopron, Kőszeg, Budapest, a lot, Zalaegerszeg, and our summer city Balaton. So I have been traveling a lot.
They're nice. And what about you, E? Did you manage to look around in the country to visit some other towns?
Yes, of course. Last month I visited to Eger and Mishkol, and with my friends. And before that, I visited to Yor, Sopron, Debrecen also.
Yeah, so it's these are the main cities actually, in
Yes.
Hungary.
Yeah.
And
And
last summer, I visited even to the very cute small villages of, because one of my professor invited me to her summer house in summer, and we cooked in her compound and camping and cooked and the Hungarian soup. I think
goulash soup, probably.
yeah, goulash, yes, yeah. So we look around in the villages. I really like that place because we get peace and tranquility there.
Nice. Um, I still have so many questions, but I think we should more or less finish it here now. Thanks a lot, Mona and E, for sharing your stories. And I would also like to remind everyone that both Mona and E are international student ambassadors. So if you have any questions, that you would like to ask from them, then you can contact them anytime. So here you can see the link on this slide where you can reach their contact info. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Mouna and Ei, for your participation, and I enjoyed it a lot. And
thank you.
well, thanks a lot, and hopefully see you soon on one of our webinars or here in Budapest. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.